Hello, welcome back. Today I'm showing you a C++ neural network program that is implemented to predict stock market data. To do this, I've made a neural network library that I've made on my own and uses backpropagation to train our model. Firstly, we need our stock market data. You can obtain it by downloading it on the internet, or you can use a web scraping program to obtain it via an IP. I've opted to the second option, and I've downloaded libcard, that is a C++ library that enables you to make HTTP requests. The program I've made it multi-threaded and is fast and secure. I've used it also to auto-update the stock market data on my own database that I've made. And here you can see an example of how the data is presented. The data that I've obtained is from Apple and is in JSON format. The neural network implementation. I have used a neural network structure that is divided into layers. The hidden layer and the input layer has a ReLU activation function, and the output layer has a sigmoid. I have used a function that normalizes the data because the stock market has values in my case between 1,250 and 3,000. So you need to normalize the data in order to obtain the numbers between 0 and 1. The structure that I use for the neural network is 40 neurons for the input layer. That means that the 40 previous values of the stock market exchange are input here. We have later 30 neurons for the hidden layers and 5 neurons to predict the 5 next values of the stock market data. I've used the batch gradient descent method that works better than the stochastic gradient descent and is faster than the normal batch gradient descent. I've used a mini batch of 5. You can change it if you want, but this works me for this project. The learning rate that I use is 0.01. It's very low, and you can see in this graph how it decreased the MSE, the error. This is a real graphic that I've made to present you that. When we have trained our model, we need to make sure that we save the neural net in a file, because we don't want the neural net to be trained several times if you want to use it. So we need the JSON handler class. When we print the class when we want to print the neural net into a file, we divide it in. We have some variables. First, we divide it into different parts, the layers and the data. The data are the learning rate that I said before is 0.01, the bat says, and the layers, every layer has its own properties. You can see the size of the layer, the number of neurons. This represents the number of neurons. 2D array, two-dimensional array that represents the weight, that has a size of the layer and the layer before. The bias, very important, and the activation function for this layer. Everything represents our neural net in a file. These are the advantages of using this. You can use as many examples or models as you want. You can finish training all models that you previously start training and you don't want to start again, and you can use models before that you have trained before. The results: the neural net has achieved a high accuracy training, and it predicts the stock market very well. You can see that we have a 96% of accuracy. It's really well, and this represents the error that you can see that decreases a lot, and we reach a minimum that is below 5 to the power of 10 minus 3. The neural net is better than humans. It's based on mathematics and previous data and not intuition. I've tested with the Apple company, so you can so it's real data. It works very well, and it's good to see it. And I've used C++ programs that as you know, you can C++ is the fastest program language in the world, so you can make sure that your program would be faster than other ones, and I have optimized it to be really good, so it exceeds the human capacity. The next steps for this project, I want to invest in the stock market to see what are the results, and to emphasize your benefits, to increment your benefits. You can do high frequency trading that consists in buying and selling a lot of times in short periods of time. So you obtain less percentage of benefits, but if you invest a lot of times, you can make a really good profit. The class structure that I've used is this. You can divide the project into 4 different libraries or classes. The first one is the rapid JSON that I've used to extract and write JSON files into JSON files. The libcurl that I've used to obtain the stock market data from extrading.com. You can search it if you want. The neural network class that I've made on my own to predict the stock market data, and the wrapper that implements all the libraries and then is used to as a database manager and, and the neural network manager. Now this is the team that we've made this project. In fact, so a moment. This is the main class, the main CPP. You can see we create a trading data instance. We can connect that. This means that updates all the information in our database. We don't want to update it now, but you will see later. We read the data, and we now create the neural net structure. We can load a previous model. Now we are not going to use a previous one. We need our training set into 40 the input and 5 the output, and now we train the neural net using our training set. We have 5,000 epochs, and this is the mini batch size. I've used now one. You can set it one, and when it finishes training our model, it writes it into a file. Let's see it with 5. No, with 10 epochs. You can see that it's very quickly, and the error decreases below 0.0. It has a really low error. So now we can see the results of it here in this file. In this file, this is the neural net after being trained. You can see that it has a lot of weights. It's really complex if you want to analyze it by hand, so don't worry. And now let's see the data that uses. We can see the market, how is the market, or for example the company, this company that I don't know what is its real name. AAL, AAC, the high value, the low value. There are a lot of different things that you can see here. The symbols, for example, here you can see the symbol and the name of the company, Atlas Air Worldwide Holdings. I don't know this company, maybe you know it. And our company that we want to see, we have a lot of different indices that we can see. We only want to see the chart between days. This shows the 10 previous years of values, and you can see that we have the date, the open value, the high value, the low, the close, the volume, and we have to read it. Now we can see how it works if we want to update our database. So we put here. Now it's updating all the information. You can see that it works really quickly. And that's all. Thank you for watching it and see you in the next video.